Hey folks, Valentin the Mad here, and today we'll be looking at the destruction in Silent Storm. Somehow, this one has been completely under my radar and I only found out about it from your suggestions. Apparently, I've been missing out on a very responsive experience. The game came out in 2004 and, as you'll see in this video, functionality wise, it is very impressive and it easily surpasses many of the newer games I covered here. So, without further ado, let's get right into it and see what we have. The big feature here is the wall and building damage. What you have is essentially the variations based approach. When taking enough damage, a chunk will get blown out and you'll have yourself a hole. But several things make it stand out. First, it isn't exclusive to explosives. You will very often have gunfire blow those holes open, and explosives won't even always deliver enough damage to blow a piece out. The variations are mapped out throughout pretty much the whole thing, and I really mean all of it. It includes things that, in many games I covered, are untouchable, such as staircases and ceilings. And, aside from just opening a line of sight into the other room, characters can climb through the hole. Getting the eye to understand the changing environment, that they can use it as an opening, as a climbable surface, that isn't a simple task and it's very impressive seeing it in a 2004 game. You get tactical options you simply don't have in other games, like blowing a hole in the wall, shooting a hole in the ceiling, getting all the characters on the second floor taking over it, and dealing with much of the enemies from that position. One question that came to mind is, can you bring a whole building down? In regular gameplay, at least as far as I've gone, it isn't something that is at all very likely to happen, so I did this test with the assistance of console commands. And what you have is a Man of War-like structure of integrity relations between different parts of the building. So, for something that, as far as I saw, isn't supposed to happen very often, I'm very impressed to see it taken into account. I want to mention the objects. The interior ones are of course destructible. Some have a damaged variation, and when taking enough hits, they will pop away. The only issue here is that nothing is left. Not a standard I hold to this game, but for newer ones, there should be lasting remains in one way or the other. What is more impressive though is that everything, and quite possibly literally everything that you'll see in the environment, has at least a damaged variation. Very often in combat you'll see stray bullets hitting and popping something, and on deliberate testing, with console commands, I've seen even large props respond. That includes the vegetation, with trees that can be cut down, and bushes that will explode. I should note that bullet penetration is a factor. And lasting decals too. They are either permanent or there's a very high limit, which also very much does make a difference. When I think about it in comparison to other experiences, two games immediately come to mind. The first one is actually BeamNG. You can have your smooth race or rally game, not get even the slightest dent, but what is a lot more fun is of course a big, glorious, massive, high-speed crash. Same here. In some missions, you could probably have a perfectly careful tactical operation, I think you can use stealth and melee, you could probably have nearly every shot be a hit, but a longer distance engagement with heavy machine guns where bullets are flying all over the place, destroying the surroundings, is just way more enjoyable. The other one is the first Company of Heroes. Aside from destructible buildings and vegetation, I was really amazed. Nearly every prop had some kind of a response. Nearly every object had a damaged or destroyed variation. And we have the same here. On the question of I see it, can I blow it up, the answer is practically always a yes. We add to it the tactical possibilities that destruction gives us, and what you get is a very responsive experience very few games today can even match. As for it being playable nowadays, I think it very much is. As I mentioned, for me it isn't a nostalgia trip. I first played it in I think 2018 and to me it holds up very well. Not as smooth as some newer games, but it very much scratches a certain itch and still delivers a solid, turn-based tactical experience. That is it for today. Do let me know what you think in the comment section, and subscribe for more content coming really soon. Another way to support the channel is by adding the music you hear to your playlists. If you like the intro, the end screen music, or anything you hear in between, the tracks are available on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Napster, and most music platforms. I have a new track coming too, on the 8th of October, called Fever Dream. This one is also very much in the direction of alt rock meets metal, and Ryan Van Poederoin also made the drums on this one, and he took this aspect just to a whole new level, as always. Really, can't wait to have it out, so be sure to follow me on the music channel and the platforms of your choice, and hope I'll see you all there on the 8th of October. Until next time!